uh, it was Father's Day and everything like that, and
Mm-hmm.
people wasting my time and shit. It was just like
Mm.
all I want to do tonight is watch sitcoms and hood movies.
Yeah.
But how was your weekend? How was your Father's Day?
I had to work today.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, it's all right. All right. It was all right. I, w- I, w- I was off yesterday. It was my aunt's birthday yesterday. So that and today, it being Father's Day, of course, I talked to my dad for a little bit today. He got his Father's Day gifts, so he let me know he
Okay,
got them. Yeah,
that's what's up. I'm glad everything's working out.
yeah. And of course, Juneteenth is tomorrow, so
Yeah, I'm not working tomorrow. I said fuck y'all.
same, same. I'm off tomorrow and Tuesday. I don't go back till Wednesday.
I'm about to go to Wild tomorrow. How's everyone doing in the motherfucking chat?
Yeah.
Oh wait, can I say motherfucking?
I don't know. Can you?
I mean,
No,
you
YouTube
just
police
did,
is out.
so it's not like they're censoring you. So
Hey man, YouTube police is out. I don't trust them.
hmm. So is this gonna be the new way of doing the lives now?
Somewhat.
Okay.
I think we use StreamYard a lot. I mean, we've been using StreamYard for what, like since 2018.
Yeah.
Oh
It's been a long
wow.
time.
So what? 5 years?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Before then, we were using
Yeah.
Google Hangouts, and
Yeah.
then
Google Hangouts,
it,
but since that ended,
right. So
yeah.
it's just time to use some new software.
Hmm.
Enter the 10th anniversary of style.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start this in about 5 minutes. Yeah, I had some good ching chong yesterday, boy.
You had some good what?
Ching chong Chinese.
Oh,
Oh.
oh my lord! You did that on purpose, didn't you?
They were.
Say what you said just now. That's a slur for Asian people. You can't say that.
Oh wow.
You want YouTube to ban you again?
Mm.
Nah, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's
Cause
an
Asian
offensive
person.
slur.
'Cause I got racially profiled by Asians recently, so I'm just like, yeah, they're ching chongs now.
So this is payback now.
This is do the right thing. Let me
Oh Lord.
let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Yeah.
I might smash on these nachos later. You guys ever been to this restaurant called Lime and Green, like a Mexican restaurant?
No.
No,
Uh,
I don't think they have that over here. Lime and green.
some shit like that. It's like a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, they claimed they had jerk wings, but they were more sweet and sour. So,
How did they taste though?
I mean, it was banging, but it was not jerk wings. It was sweet and sour
Oh, yeah. Well, you know that not everybody can make jerk wings like us Caribbean people. So
or African.
right, everybody got their version of jerk wings, and it don't taste the same.
It's all good though. Let me pull up my my notes. So we should be ready.
Ray Sean was good. Cruz, what up?
What's happening, everybody? Happy Father's Day, by the way.
To who?
Just in general.
Oh, okay.
Just in general, all the fathers out there.
Happy Father's Day to all the single mothers, all the single parents.
Well, single mothers, they got Mother's Day. So
Yeah, well, they fathers also.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know, my mom is a single parent, so she was my dad as well.
Facts.
You know, where is Mike? Mike, where you at? BJ,
Where who at?
BJ, where's BJ and Mike at? I haven't seen BJ on here in a minute. Where he at?
You know BJ be working.
I mean, he's not working. He's throwing us all this Biggie shit.
Speaking of everybody, I gotta send everybody the collection video invites and shit.
When is that?
Last week of August.
Oh, it's August. You said it. The invite. We have, what is it, like a party?
I mean, it's like a special video and shit, you know.
Is it? Okay. And when is it part of the celebration for your channel, or is that like another day?
I mean, every day is a celebration for my channel.
Do you even remember when you started the channel?
Yeah, I started in October.
Okay, so October's the anniversary.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's when I started mine. Ironically, it was October.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Scorpios.
I got a long way to go before I hit 10 years like you. So I started in 2018. So
And
a couple more years.
And look how far we've gotten now.
Look how far we got now, right?
Talked about everything from Tupac to Goody Mob to Mariah to Angie Martinez.
Beat battles, all kind of shit.
Sitcom retrospectives.
Yeah. This is true evolution y'all seeing every night. You know.
Yes, yeah.
It's been great. I love it. It's been fun. Sitcom reviews and shit. I love it, man.
Oh yes. And it's not just me, it's everybody like you and Ash and Mike.
Yes, we have our own little clique here, our own little community.
Right. Yes. But I'm ready to start whenever you guys are.
Let's go.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Father's Day evening? This your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Tribe with me.
What up?
I got my homegirl Ash with me.
What's good?
Alrighty. So we're still on the Mariah Carey side of things. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how to. Yeah, we're still on the Mariah Carey side of things. You know what I'm saying? Really, really, really enjoying these reviews and shit too, you know. So now we're going to talk about her 7th studio album, Rainbow. This album, hold on. There we go.
Nobody has this album?
See, I have the album. Well, my sister has it, but my sister took all of her CDs with her.
I never bought it.
So you never bought it?
I got it.
Yeah. Oh, Ashley has it. Of course, Ashley has it. I'm like, somebody gotta have it on here.
Yeah, man. Because my sister also has the Emancipation of Mimi, and she took that shit with her too.
Yeah, you gotta get your shit back.
No, that's my sister. That's my sister's album.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but it's all good though. I
It's Eric.
technically,
Eric, where you at?
if I see it on vinyl, I might get it, but I'm
Mm,
good with what I got.
Mm.
No complaints.
true. I love the
But
album cover.
yes, fun fact: this album came out on my birthday, November 2nd,
Oh wow,
1999.
Oh wow.
Yes,
dope.
a beautiful
Mm.
day that was, but that's another story. Um, Released on Columbia Records.
Mhm.
This album has singles such as Heartbreaker, Thank God I Found You,
Yep.
Can't Take That Away, Mariah's
Mhm.
Theme / Crybaby, Against All Odds,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Yeah,
Producers include Mariah, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, James Wright, David Foster, Jermaine Dupri, Brian Michael Cox, DJ Clue, and Steve Mack. Guest appearances include Jay Z, Usher, Debrat, Missy, Clue, Snoop, Joe, and 98 Degrees. Okay, so you guys should know by this time who Mariah Carey is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even have to go to her whole discography.
hmm
But before I actually get to Rainbow, I just have a little announcement I gotta make. So next Sunday, I'm not gonna do a Mariah review. I'm actually gonna
Okay.
I'm actually gonna do the Killer Michael album review that day.
I gotta hear that.
That shit is bananas. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But I am gonna do the glitter review the day after Sunday, that next
Like
Monday.
we were all waiting for that.
And I know originally I said I was gonna do the movie and the album separately, but with all the videos I have to do and all the shit I'm gonna have to do in life, I'm just gonna talk about the album and the movie together. You know what I'm saying?
You're saving video. Trust me. You just do it all in one shot.
But this time it's gonna be something different. Instead of the movie, I'm gonna talk about the album first. I'm gonna switch it up a little
Mhm.
bit. 'Cause I don't have that much to say about the movie itself. To be real with you, yeah. I really don't have a lot to say about the movie. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say that right now. Also, let's get to the album. So, you guys should know my favorite Mariah album is Daydream. I feel
Mhm.
like Butterfly is her most artistic album. I feel like the Glitter soundtrack might be her most underrated. Stay tuned before y'all. Oh, Mike, yeah, you can definitely join us for the Glitter review. Definitely. Um, Stay tuned on that. But I feel like
I'm gonna be
Rainbow.
sleeping.
I feel like the Rainbow album. Whenever I think of Rainbow, it really is like very great albums. Just spoiler alert right now. But you kind of have feel a bad aura with that's what was going on with her during this time. You know what I'm saying? Because for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about, how Tom Mottola was trying to put a handle on Mariah and controlling her and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And this might be considered to be the peak of it all. You know what I'm saying? So after the release of Butterfly, a lot of crazy shit was happening. So she was started dating baseball shortstop Derek Jeter, like we mentioned before. You know what I'm saying? And fast forward to 1998. 1 year after the separation between Tom and Tola Mariah Carey, their
Mhm.
home was sold for 20.5 million dollars got burned down within by 1999
Mm.
and shit too. You know what I'm saying? And also around this time too, Matola was just trying to do his damnedest just to fuck with Mariah. So what happened? Let's kick things off. So let's start with the number one's album for Mariah Carey, which I do actually have that album downstairs. That's my dad's collection. I was kind of too lazy to go look for it. I know Try got it, but he showed it to us a
Yes.
while back ago. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? So So yeah, the number one album came out in November 17, 1998. That has the singles "When You Believe" with Whitney Houston, love that
Mm-hmm.
song, and it also has the other song called "I Still Believe." A lot of believes. Okay, so she had got into a Columbia Records at that time too because she felt like she wants trying to add some more newer songs to the compilation album because I think she wanted to be like a mixture between like the history from Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So Sony Records, they pretty much was just hands all over because they titled it the number ones, but they most just centered on her number one hits rather than like the favorite songs, even from Mariah and the fan base.
Yeah.
And Mariah wanted songs like Underneath the Stars and Breakdown on that number one's albums.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, songs that was not promoted very well by Sony. So Mariah pretty much was just talking mad shit about the greatest hits selection, and she felt like they didn't actually have her input when it came to that. So that's why I really wanted to mention that. So fast forward, to 1999, this is where shit gets kind of dicey for her as well too. So after the divorce between her and Tom Mottola, Tom Mottola was just trying to do his damnedest just to again fuck with some of the singles and fuck with some of the way how these singles was actually promoted. Point blank period. The song Can't Take That Away, Mariah's theme, she wanted that to be the third single of Rainbow because, Mariah always had to have those personal lyrical songs.
Yeah.
But Sony wanted to have like a more upbeat urban track and shit too. And this caused like a lot of discord between her and Sony. You know what I'm saying? Because and I kind of felt like this is kind of what I was thinking. So all this time they've been trying to get my girl Mariah for the fact that she was trying to do hip hop. Where she was trying to do hip hop all throughout, the mid '90s, especially beginning a little bit with the Daydream album. So you can tell they were just trying to ice it up with her because they was like, you want to be this hip hop chick, we're gonna control you by being this hip hop chick. So you're not gonna get the right promotion, you're not gonna get the right vision. It's pretty much the payback shit. We've seen this before. Michael Jackson, of course, when the Invincible album, we all know what happened with that. You know what I'm saying? Tom Mottola is the devil and shit too. We all know the story with that. And also around this time too, Tom Mottola was also working with this young Latina. Well, I wouldn't know if I would call her a singer. She was trying to do music and all that shit. Jennifer Lopez. Because Jennifer Lopez pretty much had that Selena movie, and once she did Selena, everybody thought she can really sing and shit too. But then she ended up being Plant. But we're gonna talk more about that once we get to the whole glitter era and shit too, because I got a lot more shit to say about that. Justice for glitter, by the way. So so this was a pretty problematic album, and well, again, like I said, the album, very great album. We'll talk more about that, but it was not promoted as well. You know what I'm saying? But despite it not being promoted as well, it still peaked number two on the Billboard 200 in the top R&B hip hop albums chart. So somebody's doing something right. Somebody's looking out for Mariah's benefit when it came to that. But the singles, on the other hand, was just a whole different story. You know. So the album cover, I've always loved the album cover. Very, very, very nice album cover. I'm gonna I'm gonna be real with everybody too. This was actually my first exposure to Mariah Carey. To be real with you.
Your first album?
Well, my sister's
Mm,
first album, but still, I I was borrowing this shit. But hey, fuck it.
right.
And I remember songs like Heartbreaker being very big. Like I remember like system like oh shit coming on like BT or all that other shit like MTV and shit too. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And it was just like big. I heard it everywhere in the radio
Yeah.
and shit like that too. So that every time I see the album cover, I always had like a nostalgic kind of feeling and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Other than that, let's get right into this album. This album has 14 tracks. We're gonna get started with Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker, 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 featuring Sean Carter, Jay Z, Jigga Marley. You know how we do it. You know, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. But this is actually they kicked this album off right. You know what I'm saying? This is actually one of my favorite Mariah songs that she's ever put out. You know what I'm saying? Love the sample that they use. They use like a Stacey Lattisaw sample and shit too. You know what I'm saying? And the lyrics, if you really like peep the lyrics, it was very, very, very like sad and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But the upbeat of it all kind of brings it all together. You know, like this song just in pretty much in simple terms, this song screams 1999. If that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy too because not a lot of people love this one right like this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because I'm looking at some of these reviews and people were saying like it was kind of and stuff like that too. But I know the fans prefer the Desert Storm remix with the Brat and Missy Elliott, which that was
Mhm.
cool. I'm not gonna hold you. That was a pretty cool remix. At that time, you would have thought that they were about to do a whole album together because, yeah, man. But the Brat and Mariah was just like, they're still like this though, but around that time, they were just doing a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Very, very, very great song right here. I definitely call this song a classic song.
Ash, you want to go?
All right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Heartbreaker was definitely a great way to start off the album. I like it. I It was my first time listening to the remix off this album in a while, so I almost forgot about that. I'll admit it wasn't bad either, but I just like the original more. That's just my opinion.
Facts.
I love the original. The original had like a roller skating rink type of sound to it, and then Clue.
Yeah.
And you have Clue at that time. We was like doing the mixtape thing, and he gave it that mixtape feel, and Jay killed it. I actually prefer the remix more now than the original one, just because like it was. I just thought like the video was better. Having the Brett and Missy on that was just a better collab. But the original one with Jay was always great. Jay was he was all over the place at this time. Volume 3 dropped in '99, and he was killing it.
Definitely. Unpopular opinion, this is a way better Mariah Jay Z collab than the one that there's going to be a murder on Volume 3. Just throwing
Yeah,
that shit out there.
the things that you do. You mean?
Oh, yeah, things that you do. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Track number 2, Can't Take That Away, Mariah's theme. Another very good song. We've talked about this joint earlier, how they were definitely trying to lowball this ballad right here. It definitely reminds me something, of course, like that smooth melodic kind of feel to it, and there's some of the earlier albums as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Definitely very good song. I wish that they would have promoted this song a bit better than what it was actually presented, but hey, that's shady Tommy Mottola right there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love these executives and shit too. So yeah, very good song, underrated.
Can't Take That Away, I feel, is like another one of those Mariah songs that, yeah, you see, I mean, you hear her pain and just the fact that she was dealing with so much was with her then ex-husband at the time, Tommy Mottola, and it's like no matter how many times he's tried to like bring her down or try to destroy her, creatively, but she always manages to overcome and overcome it and everything. So that was my take on the song.
Yeah. It was okay. I don't. I really. It's only like maybe one or two ballads I really enjoyed on this album. But I think all her ballads, like even from the first album, has been real personal, and that was like her showcase of like
Mm-hmm.
just showing people how much how she could sing. So
Understandable. Now, Bliss, man, one of my all-time favorite songs on this album. This might be my second favorite song on this album, next to another one, but we'll talk more about that later. This was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You know what I'm saying? You mean very, very, very different from them. A lot more dreamier and atmospheric compared to like some of the other stuff they were doing at that time, especially for Janet at that time too. You know what I'm saying? I love that, that vocal high note that she did throughout that hook and chorus and shit. Definitely very, very, very great song in my personal opinion. Love it. Classic, classic, classic song.
I was very surprised of how melodic Bliss sounded when I was hearing it earlier. I wasn't expecting her to like to hold that note while she was singing the chorus to it. I mean, of course, that lets you know um, how good Mariah's talent is, and just that, just how she's able to control her voice that in that way. It's just mind blowing. And then of course, having Jim Jam and Terry Lewis. I mean, of course, they're the one of the best songwriters in the business for a long time. Other than
Preach.
their work with Janet and then Alexander O'Neill, Sherelle, and many other people we've heard throughout our lives. But yeah, definitely when they did this one, they definitely sealed the deal on this.
yeah, it was really melodic, a nice mid-tempo track. You got the slow beat and Mariah crooning, and almost like the way that she was singing, it was like she was like almost whispering.
Yeah,
And on when the chorus comes in, she's hitting those high notes, and
Hmm.
I love that. I thought it was a underrated track on here.
very underrated song. You know what I'm saying? Next song is How Much featuring Usher. I did not like this song to be real with y'all.
Really?
Nah, I did not. I didn't care.
Wow.
You know why? You know why I didn't care for it?
Let me guess. The chorus?
Why?
No, 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 no. I I didn't really care for the most part. I felt like the beat sounded too much like No Scrubs from TLC.
It do sound like that. It
Yeah,
sounds like a remix to No Scrubs.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear
Yeah.
that when I was listening to the
If
song.
if
I
you
don't know
if you
where
blend
y'all
it
getting that from. I
and
did
D
not get that.
if you blend it and DJs know, like real DJs that blend and stuff, if you blend it with No Scrubs, it's a perfect blend.
right. And
That's not what I was getting hearing this.
also too, I just didn't feel like I felt like it was just a weak attempt at a radio hit, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm,
I like Usher. Don't get me wrong. Jermaine
mm,
Dupri was still doing good as R&B bag at this time too, but I
mm,
don't know. I just didn't care for this one, and it was mostly the beat too. The No Scrubs,
Mm,
great value beat. I didn't care for that.
right.
That's a great value beat.
mm. I'll admit I didn't care too much for this song either. Like, but just for Mariah to do a collab with Usher, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was huge for both of them. But for
Right.
them to do this song here, I expected more out of it. And then too, they sampled the same, I guess, beat and took like elements from Tupac's "Me and My Girlfriend," of course,
Oh
but
my
still,
god.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
they
chorus.
took elements from that. Yeah, yeah, that's why I said I really expected more out of them.
And remember too, that's what started the situation between Tony Braxton and Jay-Z when Tony used
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. She did the same. Yeah, Tony did the same thing for "More Than a Woman,"
Mm.
Yeah,
and of course, Jay did it with Beyonce with Bonnie and Clyde '03, of course.
another trash song.
You really don't care for that one, huh?
Bonnie and Clyde
Well,
never
they
like.
all was sampling Tupac. So at the end of the day, you're sampling Pac. You know, I I
Pac
like
didn't,
the record. I have an issue with the record. Huh?
I said Pac didn't even like his ass. And he still.
Yeah, exactly. Why you sampling his shit? He didn't even like you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I like the record. I have an issue with the record though because Mariah's never worked with Usher up until now. This is 1999. He's
yeah,
already
yeah,
successful with My Way. 8701 drops
yeah.
in what? Oh 01 that was coming out.
Yes.
And you you have Usher on this record. Why do we only hear
Mm-hmm.
Usher in the background and on the chorus? You don't have a verse at all on this record.
Oh wow.
Y'all
I
notice
found
that,
that
right?
weird too.
There's no verse on the record.
You
He's
right.
just singing on the chorus
Yeah.
and he's ad-libbing in the background. There's no verse for Usher. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Why not
usually
give
when
him
you
a
have a
verse? That
big
would have made it.
exactly when you
Yeah.
usually when you have another big artist like that, they get in the verse.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many times, like if you have Busta Rhymes on the feature, he's getting the verse. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? If you have Eminem on the feature, he's getting the verse.
Yeah.
You got Usher on this record. It is, and Usher was just as big as Mariah in 1999. He's only on the
Yeah.
chorus. I don't understand that. I feel like when you hear this record, it's almost like Mariah was trying
Ooh.
to outshine Usher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I got when I first heard this album. I'm like, yo, like she's really outshining Usher on her own shit because Usher ain't don't have
Mm-hmm.
no verse to himself. He just on the chorus. He's ad-libbing in the back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that was a missed opportunity by Mariah. You know what I'm saying? The JD beat is cool. Is JD? He has tons of beats that sound like that, sound similar. You know, them I don't mind them sampling the chorus. I actually think Mariah sounds good sampling the pop chorus. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like Usher needed a verse or two on this record so it could be like a it wasn't a balanced collab. It sounded like Mariah was trying to outshine him on her own shit. You know what I'm saying? And because I felt like if Usher had like a verse or two on here and then people hear it, they'd have been like, oh well, I think Usher did better than Mariah. I don't think she wanted that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like yo, I could be wrong, but like when you hear this song, I'm like yo, I think there could be a deeper reasoning why Usher didn't have his own verse on here. Why he was singing a lot.
I
You know what
think
I'm
that was
saying? You just
also
get on
another.
the chorus and you hear him in the background and that's about it. So it don't even feel like a real like
No.
collab with Usher.
No. Yeah, I think
Mm.
that was another reason why I didn't really care too much for it because I was expecting him to at least get a verse in the middle of the song or something, but that didn't happen. So
Right,
yeah.
right. But
Int-
the way that it starts off, it does sound like No Scrubs. Like I said, like real DJs, if you blend it, you can blend No Scrubs and this record together
I
and it
don't
fit
hear I
perfect.
don't hear it. I did not get that when I was
Like
listening
you
to the
remember the
record.
way No Scrubs start off with like the
Yeah,
the, the,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
keys and the beat.
yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds just
yeah.
like that. Yeah, it sounds just like
I
that.
I didn't get that.
I wish Rich could play, but you'll get kicked off. So
yeah, I'm gonna send it to Ashley probably later on
yeah.
tonight. I'll think of something. But yes sir.
Mm.
Next song we're gonna talk about is After Tonight. What did I say about this song? Shit. Ah, yeah, I said it was a pretty cool song, you know what I'm saying? Um nice little song for her and shit, you know what I'm saying? She originally wanted a singer by the name of Luis Miguel. I don't know who he is to be real with you.
I never.
But according to sources, she didn't care too much. He didn't care too much for the process of the song that uh, this was sources say they say he took some scissors to a tape and he started cutting up the tape, sent the pieces back to the producer David Foster
Wow.
and shit. And David Foster was like, "Yo, why is my shit like confetti?" Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
um, and it pretty much they just came to the point that this song was just probably written specifically for Mariah. You know what I'm saying? So, um, that's kind of interesting. I don't know who this Luis Miguel nigga is, but yeah, I don't wanna be with him near some butter knives. That's all I'm gonna say.
I did not know none of that until now, and it was pretty decent. I didn't have anything against the song.
I didn't like it. Like I said, like I don't think she had like her best ballads on this album. You know what I'm saying? It might be one or two that I like, and we'll talk about that later. But I mean, I felt like how Louise felt. I didn't feel like it was a great ballad to begin with.
Hmm, interesting.
Mm.
So you're gonna start cutting up some shit too you don't like.
Shit, I did that already. I did that with the Mace second album.
Oh damn.
Mm.
Nah, next song because I'm ex-girlfriend. Very great song right here. Yeah, this one had like a nice beat to it. What I got from this song is her, talking about how like a previous partner and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Is trying to like interfere with her new relationship in every way possible. So that's pretty much what I got with that. I wonder what that's about. But anyway, yeah, this was a pretty hot shit. I like this one.
Yeah, ex-girlfriend was pretty good. I'll admit, definitely better than the last two songs that we mentioned. Yeah, I liked it.
I didn't like it. I felt like it sounded like a beat that should have been given for Destiny's Child's second album. You know,
Ooh,
Really?
I don't know. I just when I heard the song, I'm like, yo, this should have been for Destiny's Child. It just sounds outdated. It sounds like real 2000-ish R&B. I'm like, nah, I ain't care for this one.
I did get a Destiny's Child feel to it too. That futuristic kind of synth R&B kind of shit.
Well, that was where it was going towards anyway,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
it was
I
bound to
could hear
happen.
Beyonce on it.
Interesting.
Man,
Yeah. Next song we got is the Heartbreaker remix featuring the Brat, Missy, and DJ Clue. We definitely talked about this earlier. I'm just gonna keep my thoughts short. I do like the original better, but this one I do like the way how they flip their snoops. Ain't no fun beat and shit like
Yeah,
that
the hoes
too.
can't have one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's one of my favorites from Dog. That's top three from Doggy Style. I don't give a fuck what no one says.
yeah, facts.
Oh, we agree on that, but we don't agree on Big Pun. Okay.
Mm.
I still say Punish Me is a top five, but we'll talk about that another day. But I definitely feel like the Brat killed this shit too. Um, definitely killed this joint right here. If this beat was even given to her, I mean, she probably would have killed it as well too. So very, very, very cool remix. Even though the original is still superior.
Yeah, I'll admit, I like the remix, even though I like the original more. But yeah, yeah, this was definitely great. I even like the fact that they used that sample from Snoop. So I couldn't see them doing it any other way, to be real. But they ended up doing it justice. I'll admit that.
I love it. I love the fact that with the video, They had Snoop in it. We got his Impala in the video, and they it's like a homage to gangster rap with them using that beat, and Clue was in it, and I think the Brat, one of the best female lyricists ever. She still got it. My issue with the Brat was always her albums after the first one, but this is one of her best like collabs, like one of her best features, and she did a lot of features. And like for me, it's like top three Mariah remixes ever. Right up there with
Really?
Fantasy, yeah, right up there
Ooh,
with the Fantasy remix, the Honey remix. I loved it a lot, and I like it more than the original. And ain't too many times you can hear me say I prefer this, anything over a Jay-Z feature. But I like the remix. It was all women on it, and I like the fact that they stayed on theme. Like the Brat's verse, and she like in the video, like she's like messing up the wedding cake, and she got the wedding gown on, and she's heartbroken that and Snoop, like she left Snoop at the altar. And Missy's verse was dope, and Missy, she was unstoppable at that time. Anything she was on was platinum, and it was great. It was a great remix.
yeah. I never heard somebody say top three Mariah remix and shit too,
Definitely
you know,
top three,
cause
top. Mariah did a lot of remixes. I felt like I told you, like at some point she should have stopped it, but when she started doing it, she had like the classic ones. So to me, it's right up there with Fantasy and Honey.
okay, interesting. All right, track number 8, vulnerability interlude. You know, I didn't care too much for this interlude, surprisingly. Because I love the daydream interlude. That butterfly interlude was so fucking dope. But this
That
one,
was good.
I don't know. I felt like this it wasn't really needed an interlude. Maybe not after the remix, but hey, you know.
I didn't have any issue with the interlude, so I could take it or leave it.
I didn't care for it. Like you said, I don't think she needed an interlude on here. It's not one of her memorable interludes to me.
Yeah. Next song, Against All Odds, Take a Look at Me Now. This is the Phil Collins cover. I'm just gonna keep my thoughts short. I never cared for Phil Collins. I never cared for this song. Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I gotta be honest, man. Shit, I gotta be honest.
Mhm. Yeah, I know.
Mariah is the only other person I know that did a cover of this song. Another person who did a cover of this was Montel Jordan for Get It On Tonight.
Oh God.
Yeah, he did that. But when he did it, he had like a gospel choir backing him up. So
Ugh.
it wasn't a terrible rendition of it either. So
I,
but even
when it
though
comes to Monty,
even though I'm not familiar with um, with um, with Phil Collins when it comes to Genesis, I'm not too familiar with it. But the only the only time I knew of Phil Collins was when he did stuff for Disney, like the Tarzan movie soundtrack and Brother Bear. And other than that, I wasn't familiar with his work like that. But Mariah's rendition of "Take a Look at Me Now" against all odds, mm, it wasn't terrible, but I think a lot of people could have done without it.
I thought it was okay. It's not one of her best renditions.
Yeah.
She didn't go full Mariah on this. Like she started off the song and she was more subdued. She was more calmer when she sang it, and then it picked up like, towards the end. But even when it picked up, she didn't go full Mariah with her vocal range, like we know she could. You know what I'm saying? As though she
Yeah.
just gave like a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
then that was it. And I felt like if she had went full Mariah, it might have been on the same level as the original one. The original by Phil Collins is a classic. That's one of my favorite songs by Phil Collins, and he did it the best. But
Classic.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I felt like she didn't go full Mariah on this rendition like she has in the other ones. But it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best rendition.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was thinking she was gonna like take it to a whole nother level, but she didn't.
Right. She didn't do it right.
I swear, a bald white man sings one ballad, all of a sudden it's a classic and
He
shit.
has more than one ballad that was great. One More Night, that was a great ballad too.
That was decent. That might be
That
the
was
only,
decent.
that might be the only Phil Collins song I can actually
Oh,
vibe to.
come on, come
What
on,
about
man.
In
What?
the Air Tonight?
In the Air Tonight was great.
I like it, but it's overrated.
No, it is not.
Black
That's a
black
signature
people
song.
black people only love it because of the drum break.
Oh
Let's
my
let's be,
lord.
let's talk
No,
about
Right.
it.
if it wasn't an acapella song all the way through, it still would have been a classic.
I mean, it's a great story, but when niggas overhype that shit like it's fucking Stairway to Heaven from Zeppelin or even Sabbath Bloody Sabbath from Black Sabbath, I'm just looking at myself like, I mean, it's just about a nigga who saw somebody die and shit. I was like, okay, you saw somebody die. What the fuck you gonna do about it? Like, I'm not like it just always got at me about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You hear what I said?
You put in racing. So I don't
No,
understand
what?
that.
No, what you mean? What you mean?
Well, first of all, first off, you said with your rant a bald white guy. So you're putting race into it. If it was a black bald guy, then what?
I still wouldn't like the song. I was so serious. What?
Mm.
I'm saying it like everybody can't be R. Kelly. Like R. Kelly can make a song about feeling on your booty. Everybody can do a song like that, and that was a ballad. You know what I'm saying? Phil
Feeling on
Collins.
Your Booty was not no nigga ballad. Feeling on your
That was
booty
a
was not.
ballad.
It was. It was.
That was
It
not a
was a
dance song.
sex
That was a
track.
ballad.
It was a sex track.
A sex ballad. That's what it was. He did a lot of sex
It was,
ballads.
like I Can't Sleep. That's a ballad.
Okay.
Okay. What else?
So you mean to tell me? So you mean to tell me nobody can make a ballad about grabbing somebody's booty? He's
No,
done it.
no, no. That's not what I'm saying. I just never
Sex
got.
me. He's done it. That's a ballad.
Okay, yeah, that's a ballad. But
It's a
feeling on
ballad. When you hear it, I mean, it's raunchy lyrics, but it's a ballad.
Mm,
It's a ballad. It's a sex ballad. It's still a slow song. You can slow dance to that.
I mean, I ain't gonna be slow dancing a song like that. Dude.
You can slow dance while you hugging a woman's ass. That's what the song is made for. When they in the club and they slow dance and they grabbing on a woman's butt, feeling on your booty. That's why he made the song.
Well, let's just hope the booty was over 18. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, God.
Oh Lord.
Like I said,
Phil Collins has many ballads. He has many ballads. That was great.
I mean, I just never saw hype with dude, man. Like,
Oh my Lord.
but
Maybe just me because I grew up on him more. That's what it was.
mm, but yeah, next song, my favorite song off this album, "Crybaby" featuring Snoop Dogg. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. This shit right here might be not just my favorite song off this album, but it's definitely a top 5 Mariah track.
Wow.
Point blank. Period. I used to have a lot of
Wow.
memories.
Out of all her songs, this is top 5 for you.
Top 5, yes, yes. The way they flipped the guy sample, that shit
Okay.
all slow and G-funk and shit too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The way how Snoop just delivered that delivery, like Snoop low key went back to that Death Row style with that track. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my Lord.
What? He went. Cause you know when he
Oh
was on No
Lord.
Limit, he still had that melodic flow, but he like had a more upbeat to his flow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just on the production. But yeah, man. You know, with this track right here, just talking about how, when you're all all alone. You can't sleep because you got that one person on your mind and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it definitely has some of my favorite Mariah lyrics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna read everything because some of the songs, dedicated for God and shit. You know what I'm saying? But she said some shit like someone's clinging to me and it's bittersweet, but it ain't that deep. I finally changed my number, got a different page. And like, it's just so simplistic, but at the same time, it was like a different way she was singing it and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Some controversy on this song. So she really wanted this song to be a single, but everybody's favorite label wanted to put this as the B side to Can't Take That Away, which made it not only a lack of promotion, but not being able to fucking chart like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think it peaked at like number 28, which this was very crucial because this was Mariah's first single to miss the top 20. That damn shady Tommy. Boy, fuck. Jesus have mercy. But yeah, man. So yeah, Mariah and Snoop, they made another dope collaboration. I don't know if it matches this one or not, but stay tuned on that one. But this is actually the top five
What
Mariah.
album was that one?
Emancipation.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even remember it.
Oh my God. God. That one right there. Let me tell you. Ash knows, man. Ash knows. But
Oh, I do remember it. I do. I saw the video the other night. Okay.
That one right there. I don't know.
Yeah. The one in Paris. I do remember it.
Yes. That might be another top.
That was better.
Ooh, you said that was better?
Well, I like it because my man Pharrell is on it. That's why. Pharrell is on it. You know, the Neptunes. Come on. Come on.
Solo Pharrell.
Yes. Oh, solo Pharrell. Yeah.
The better Pharrell. 3 more weeks, man. Woo!
Yeah, man.
Oh. Okay, but let me stop. Let me be mature. Let me stop.
Yeah, Crybaby, I really didn't know what I was expecting when I heard this song, but I'll admit, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Just the fact that it was Mariah's first collab with Snoop, and then years later, they would get together again for the Emancipation of Me album. And I really did not know that this song didn't chart as high as they thought it would, but then too at the same time with Tony Mottola getting involved, what do you expect?
Yeah, I thought it was dope. Had like a West Coast bounce and a nice beat. The video's hilarious though. Like she can't sleep and she wakes up in the middle of the night and she goes to the kitchen. She pours herself some fruity pebbles. You know, she pouring the milk in the bowl. The milk she over pours the milk in the bowl, and that goes to the floor. And there's like a bottle of like Remy Martin or something that overflows the cup. And she was having a hard time, singing about a dude that she broke up with and still crying over. And I thought the video was hilarious. She had Snoop. Snoop's verse was okay. I don't think it was great. Like I said, like I like the other song with her and Snoop and Pharrell. When we talk about that album, that was a better collab. But this was dope. They should have promoted it. I think if they not promoting it is why like radio didn't play it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was like a big single, you would have had like a lot of radio stations play the song. They totally skipped over that.
Well, let me tell you something like that. Like that song should have definitely been more successful than it should have been. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, he was trying to groom the Latina. You know what I'm saying? But
Halo.
Yeah, he was trying to groom her. He wanted her to be the next girl next door with a hip hop edge. He wanted her to be that next one. Yeah, like I
Well,
said,
Puffy put that bug in her ear too, though. He told her that she could do it.
Puffy is the main ingredient for all of this concord in the music industry. Let's just be real about that. Let's just be real.
Facts.
All right. Next song we got is "Did I Do That?" And no, this does not feature Julia White. I just have to say that.
That's what I thought about too.
That's what I thought about too. I'll be real. That's what my initial thought was.
He he needs some money for that, yo.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know Julia White, he stay getting money, shit.
Yeah.
But this, out of all the songs on this album, I never expected her to go the No Limit route. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about this record because this kind of preludes Charm Bracelet, which that's another story for a different day. I'm gonna save that right there. But if you want to go No Limit route, where was Mystical? I want to hear a Mystical verse or something. You just had the Mystical stuff like
exactly.
you can't stop. You just had that
Yeah.
Mystical sample and shit, you know?
Yeah, because I thought
Right.
he was gonna like do a verse or something.
Right. And this was Ghetto Fabulous Mystical, man. This was the James Brown of hip hop,
Right.
the crazy man on stage Mystical, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, if you're gonna go that route, at least hell, I mean, you had Snoop was a No Limit artist technically, but still, I wanted that raw and dirty No Limit. You wanted to go that route, but I don't know what I think of this song. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be real. You can't stop.
Yeah, I was not expecting this song. Did I do that at all? Because honestly, I really thought it was just her take on the famous catchphrase Jaleel White made from Family Matters. That was just my original thought. And I was like, what? But then when all of a sudden I'm hearing Mystical on the track, I'm like, no way. Like, it's like, where's she going with this? But yeah, this song, I had mixed feelings too, but it's just, I don't know what direction was she really trying to go with it at all. That's what made it so confusing. So yeah, I'm still confused even after hearing this song. Like what direction were you going with this, Mariah? Like seriously.
Yeah. I liked it though. I had to like that southern.
Wait a minute. You actually like a No Limit song?
Yes, I like the No Limit song.
Wow.
Why is that surprising? I love all regions.
Because No Limit's like an acquired.
I'm not a No Limit. I'm not a. Well, I wasn't a huge fan of Master P. I respect what Master P has done. You know, with him being an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying, and having his own label and artists. And I wasn't a huge Master P. I did listen to C Murder and the Snoop stuff, and I got a couple Mystical albums. But again, it's a missed opportunity by Mariah because you got Mystical ad libs on it. You got Master P at the end ad libbing. Why not just have the both of them on the song?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because that way, when we have both of them on the song, your Mariah Carey, huge pop star, radio will play it. Radio wasn't, at least up here in New York, radio wasn't playing No Limit. If you have Mariah have the feature on there by both of them, New York radio will play it. You see how that works? When Jay-Z did Big Pimpin' with UGK, they started playing it. Before then, no UGK was being played. That's how you get your fan base to know who Master P and Mystical is. It was a missed opportunity by her. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. I thought it was dope. She's like singing over the Ain't My Fault beat. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a banger. But again, if she had them on the song, that could have been a potential hit. Just like the Crybaby joint with Snoop, and they didn't even bother to promote that single. But I thought it was banging. And she's done stuff with Mystical. Or he was on the Glitter soundtrack, the Don't Stop track.
Yeah.
So it's not like she didn't do nothing with Mystical before. She could have Mystical on here.
I just don't understand the thought process in this man's head. To be real with you, like I really don't. I don't know what his main. Lord have mercy.
Um,
But anyway, next song we got is Petals. Very personal song right here. You
Mm-hmm.
know, this was a song when of that she was talking about her relationship with Tom Mottola, but she also was talking about her older sister Allison. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, she was talking about how Allison kind of like fucked her over and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like she used to drug the fuck out of her at one point. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy because there was like a recent news report. I think it was like a couple of years ago where they're talking about Mariah Carey's older sister was like struggling and shit like that too. And then you had like people getting mad at Mariah. Like, you know how these celebrities go, oh, well, how come she's not helping such and such this? Even though they don't know the whole fucking true situation and shit too. And it's been said like in her book that she helped her out, but and they're not like buddy, like close as fuck, if that makes sense too. So, you know,
right.
crazy shit, man, I tell you.
I didn't know that was the backstory of the song, or part of the song. I mean, but and plus I haven't yet read Mariah's book, so I got it, but I just haven't read it yet. And yeah, I felt that Petals was definitely a personal song. 'Cause, I mean, just anything that Mariah puts into songwriting is just you're just gonna get that one track that's most personal to her, and that was what she wanted a lot of her fans to know and take a listen to as well. Beautiful song, I love it.
Yeah, I think it was good. It was a real heartfelt ballad. I heard vintage Mariah on this song. You know the pianos. It was atmospheric, and I think to me this was the best ballad on here. Out of all the other ballads, I think this was the best one. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that it was about her sister, I remember hearing that whole story about she and her sister not having like a great relationship anymore, and she really felt like she was going through it on this song. You know what I'm saying? Like missing her sisters and her brothers, and this should have had a video. Out of any of the other ballads, this should have had a video for it. And I think it really sums up where she was at in her career at that time with this album, and going through personal stuff. And I thought it was a great ballad.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we have the Rainbow Interlude. Again, I didn't really care too much for the interlude on this one, so
This one wasn't a bad interlude, so I could take it or leave it.
This actually goes with the last ballad. I feel like
Yeah,
like you have like the
yeah,
birds chirping,
yeah.
Mariah singing. I feel like instead of like having her like a separate interlude for this should have been like the ending to Petals, and it just
yeah.
where she just stopped singing, and then you have like the birds chirping and the whole album coming to life. Huh?
Well, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Okay. And the last song on this album is "Thank God I Found You" featuring Joe and 98 Degrees. This one was a decent ballad, honestly. Um, it's more like one of those power ballads and shit, which was like very popular at that time. Those international kind of singles. I never cared too much for 98 Degrees, to be real with you. You know, this song actually got some controversy because in 2000, these songwriters named Seth Sersky and Warren Campbell, they sued Mariah Carey for copyright infringement, claiming that this song borrowed heavily from drumroll escapes one of those love songs. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, man. So pretty much the case was settled out of court and
Damn.
shit too. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's actually a remix to the song too
Yeah,
with Nas, which
yeah,
that one I kind of prefer, even though it's again
Yeah.
it's pretty decent, but yeah, this was a pretty high album closing.
yeah. I remember hearing the remix first before I heard this version of the song, and then two, I never did get into 98 Degrees to be real,
Yeah.
but yeah, but yeah, it wasn't a bad ballad.
I thought it was dope. I like just to have like Joe with 98 Degrees and Mariah on one song, and I thought it was a nice like collab. You know what I'm saying? And having putting the spotlight on Joe, who's done great R&B for so many years since he came out in '93, and putting having him on a major song with Mariah Carey and 98 Degrees and
Yeah,
it was a great song. I definitely enjoyed it. I like the remix with Nas. They should have had a video for that one as well.
yeah,
And it had a nice beat, nice mid tempo track. It's a great way to end the album off. And what Warren Campbell, he's married to Erica Campbell from Mary Mary.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
O- Overall, this is actually a very good album. I'm not gonna hold you. I've seen a lot of people say that this album is underrated. I wouldn't really go as far as say it's an underrated album. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it could have been bigger than what it was, if that makes sense. Because
yeah,
I kind of see this album as more of like an extension to Butterfly, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it has more of an to it, like more of an edge to it. Definitely. There was some songs that I liked more than others. I wasn't really too big on some of the ballads, minus Petals and Bliss. Can't Take That Away was pretty cool too. Um, yeah, that's pretty much yeah. Yeah, like there was some songs like How Much I was like, I could have cared less, but overall, this is a well-rounded album. Um, I'm actually gonna give this an interesting rate. I'm gonna give this a 4.2 out of 5.
mm. It's been a while since I last played this album. Um, some of the songs I like were Heartbreaker, the original, Can't Take That Away, Bliss. The remix to Heartbreaker was cool. Um, Crybaby and Petals. Those are the songs that I like off the album. Some of the other stuff like How Much featuring Usher, I didn't care too much for, and her rendition of Against All Odds. It wasn't what I expected. I really thought she was gonna blow that song out of the water, But it is what it is. But I'll give this album 4 out of 5.
I think it's definitely her most underrated, like as far as like the '90s Mariah stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it could have been bigger than it was. They didn't promote certain songs for whatever reason. You know, I think she missed opportunities to with the How Much song. Usher should have had more of a part in that song. Did I Do That song? They should have had Mystical or Master P or both of them
Mm,
feature on that song. It could have been bigger. You know, I wasn't a fan of the ballads on it except for Petals and Bliss. But I think like she still had a strong album. Heartbreaker, both versions were huge when this album came out.
yeah,
You know, Cry Baby, I liked Cry Baby. Like I said, like How Much was dope and Against All Odds, it was okay. But like Ashley said, like she didn't go full Mariah on this rendition. and I really didn't see the point of having it on the album if you're not gonna make it on the same level of the original or better. You know, I'm still gonna give it 4 mics because I do feel like it's underrated from Mariah. It's an album that a lot of Mariah fans don't mention. You know, but I think it had bangs. I do feel like it was like an extension to Butterfly. Like if she had to do a sequel, this would have been the sequel to Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a dope album though. I definitely enjoyed it.
Dope opinions, y'all. Dope opinions. All right. I'm gonna stay on for like another 15. I got some vinyls. I want to show you this as well, a vinyl recap and shit too. So yeah, I got some rarities right here. Start off with Michael Henderson, Going Places. You know what I'm saying? The late great
All
Michael
right.
Henderson. Very very good album. This album came out in 1976, I believe. All my DJ Quick and Danny Boy heads, y'all should know about this record. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Let Me Love You, I'll Be Your Understanding at the concert. Very good song. Definitely expect a review on this album. Like this definitely had that quiet storm, jazz, R&B kind of feel to it. Now, I can't have vinyl without Jimi Hendrix. Access Bold as Love.
Of course.
It's actually only Jimi
Great
Hendrix,
album.
only Jimmy album I have in vinyl and shit. Even though I have the other ones on CD and stuff too. So his best songwriting album, I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like if 6 was 9, you know, got me floating. You know what I'm saying? Love the production on this one. This is also the last album that Chaz Chandler did for this from Jimi Hendrix Experience because Jimmy kind of did the production on solely on Electric Ladyland. Then we got a Motown group called High Energy, Turning On. The album came out in 1977. If you guys remember Motown 25, they did that performance with the barge and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good album. You know, they were trying to have it in the next girl group because the Supremes broke up this same year too. So I mean, this was pretty hot though. It's not the greatest thing since sliced bread, but you know, love is all you need. Searching, got some joints on it. I'll give this album a chance. They got Billie Holiday, Lady in Satin. This album came out 1958. I believe this is actually her last album she came out with. Um, very good album. At the time, you know, people were not really fucking with this record because of the fact that her voice wasn't what it used to be, which I'll admit that too. But she still did her thing on this one. Like, it's easy to remember. Was pretty good. For all we know, I'll be around. This is probably another album I might actually talk about, but I don't want to start off a Billie Holiday review by talking about her last album. So, yeah, I might get a few more albums from Billie. Then we got Whitney Houston, the Whitney album. This album came out in 1987. You guys know I'm not really the biggest fan of this record like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's still pretty cool, you know. Um, I can't stand So Emotional. I really can't stand that record. Um, I don't know. Then we where do Broken Hearts go? I couldn't stand that shit either. I like Love is
I
a
love
Color.
that song. What? You don't like none of the hit records on there?
Oh man.
But I want to dance with
What do you
somebody.
listen to on there then? If you like the hit record,
Well, let me get into that, please. Like I want to dance with somebody was cool. Just and Lonely Talking to You was alright. Love is a contact sport. That might be my favorite one. Hell, I like the cover of For the Love of You, believe it or not. You know,
okay.
but I mean, this had that Crypt Keeper Clive. You wanted to replicate what he did, but much more bigger. I still say Whitney's best album was the I'm Your Baby Tonight album. So
That was great.
then we got speaking of Clive, Phyllis Hyman with the "You Know How to Love Me" album, her first record. Yo, I don't give a fuck what no one says. This is an R&B classic right here. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You know what I'm saying? They had joints like title track, love that beat though, heavenly, but I love you. Definitely love the review we did on this record too. Yeah, Phyllis Hyman.
Hmm.
I kind of actually prefer some of her '70s stuff than like the latter '80s stuff, which I noticed that the later '80s stuff is like the more popular with fans. Not saying that those are bad though, but this
Right.
one she had that sound though. But Crip Keeper Clive, he had issues. He had issues with Phyllis Hyman too and shit. Then we got motherfucking Ice T, first album, Rhyme Pays. This came out in 1987. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be 100% real. I respect this album more than I like it. To be real, I felt like it was like he was trying to make his version of LL Cool J's Radio with this one. It still had some
Oh
dope
boy.
cuts. It still had some dope cuts like 6 in the Morning would forever be a classic. Make It Funky was cool. Squeeze the Trigger was dope. I like that. Like definitely a very iconic gangster rap album from a lot of people, but I prefer this album honestly. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. I can show it. Yeah, yeah. I see Power. This album came out in 1988. You know what I'm saying? This is a fucking hip hop classic. I don't give a damn what no one says and shit. You know, for songs like Drama, Girls, Let's Get Butt Naked and Fuck, I'm Your Pusher, which ironically started the beef between him and LL Cool J. You know, yeah, pretty cool album. And I got some jazz for your ass right quick with Weldon Irvin with the Sisters. This album came out, I want to say in 1976. This is actually a 2018 reissue. He's like a jazz organist, or jazz artist and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Morning Sunrise. Does that song sound familiar? That's the song that Memphis Bleak, well, excuse me, Jay Z sampled for Dear Summer. He sampled that joint. Blue and Green is funky. Yeah, this was a pretty good album. Rest in peace to him because he actually committed suicide like sometime in the early 2000s too. Um, then I got my boy Gregory Isaacs, fucking Night
Yes, Night
Nurse,
Nurse. Love it.
reggae masterpiece right here. This shit came out in 1982. This is known for the title track. My dad loves that fucking record too.
Mhm.
Cool Down the Pace, Material Man. Damn, like want to talk about this record one day.
Yeah, great album.
Then we got those Isleys with 3+3. Very great album right here. This was the album where you had all the brothers and shit to the iconic, the classic lineup
Mhm.
of the
When they
Isleys.
were alive.
Actually, I think two of them are only dead. Hold up.
There's only two.
Yeah, because Marvin passed away, Rudolph passed away. Yeah, Marvin and no, Marvin and O'Kelly passed away.
Yeah,
Everybody else is still alive. Ernie's still alive. Chris Jasper,
but
Ron.
he's not with the group though. Jasper.
Yeah, it's just Ron and Ernie's that's still the group.
Yeah,
We all know the situation with Rudolph and stuff.
right.
You know, but this is the album that brought us that lady, um, fucking Summer Breeze, which was the cover of the Sales and Crafts song. They was doing like a lot of rock covers around this time too and shit. You know what I'm saying? Very dope album. Love it. Then I got Live It Up, probably the most funkiest record they came out with in 1974. This was known for Hello It's Me, the cover of the Todd Rundgren song, which I kind of prefer the Todd version better than this one, surprisingly. The title track, Live It Up. Check out the Soul Train performance of that track too. They were from fire.
Yeah,
Must have in your collection. You can't talk about the Ozzy if you don't know shit about this album though.
right?
This is the heat is on. It's the one that brought For the Love of You, Fight the Power, Sensuality, Make Me Say It Again, Girl. You know how many motherfuckers sampled from this album?
Mm-hmm.
From
Yeah,
Bone Thugs,
a lot.
Master Ace, and a lot of niggas. But that For the Love of You play that shit right now. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I'm jamming. I'm
Right.
jamming to that. But you know what I love about this album too, because they always have the part one and part two. Because
Mm-hmm.
sequels they want to like split the part one and add another song on the B side and shit like that too. But no, this is a pretty good album. Love this one. All right, I'm gonna show us probably this last stack right here. Then we got motherfucking Showdown, 1978. Um, this was a pretty decent album. This was not a bad album. This has songs like "Groove with You," the title track. Taking me to the next phase. I mean, it's pretty decent. Then 1983, they came out with this banging up album, "Between the Sheets." Yo, must have in your collection. I'm telling you this, and this was the last album with the classic period too. This
Right.
was for like the title track, "Choosy Lover," "I Need Your Body." They even went like socially conscious with the song "Ballad for the Fallen Soldier." You know what I'm saying? The video is kind of funny. I'm not. It's unintentionally funny, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Very very good album. And we got J Cole with KOD.
AOD.
Yeah,
Underrated.
you think so?
Yeah. I think that's his most underrated album.
Way better than that For Your Eyes Only album.
Yes, I agree. But I've people will tell you different. Like, oh, I think for y'all only is great. I don't think it is.
They, I, I just don't. Sometimes they just listen to the production. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but these cats they just listen to the production and shit. Yes, but KOD, I love Photograph. I love ATM. I think this came out 420 of 2018. I want to say.
Yes, that's my favorite song on it.
Photograph.
Yeah,
That's my favorite song too. Dead ass.
Photograph, Brackets, ATM. He was killing that album.
1985 when he was just dissing hella niggas on that shit.
Yeah, I love
Man,
it.
like this is for the heads. So I hate to say it. I mean, but
Definitely.
niggas
We
want to.
should review that album, yo.
Yeah, I reviewed it years ago, but I don't mind a re-review.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
I think I got that when it came out. That was like Easter weekend it came out.
yeah. Easter weekend.
Yeah, I remember getting that like Easter weekend when it dropped.
Yeah, I remember that 420 was something crazy for it. Shit. Yeah, this album. What y'all know about this
Oh
one?
yeah, come on, man.
I know people want to say, but I thought you liked JD better than J Dilla. I like J Dilla. Period, motherfucker. Shit. But you know, this album is so fucking instrumental because he did this shit while he was dying, pretty much, and shit. And a lot of rappers got shit from this album. Still to this day, they're still getting shit from this
Yeah,
album and stuff.
facts.
Um, Gobstop, I love that. Dilla Says Go. You
Yeah,
know, Airworks. I mean,
mhm,
fucking hip hop classic. I don't give a damn what no one says.
definitely one of the best instrumental albums ever.
Right. All right. I'm gonna show about 8 more, and then I'm gonna call it a night because I'm tired like a motherfucker. I got some nachos to eat, honestly. All right. And then I got Ja Rule's first album, the promo copy,
Mm,
Vidi Vidi
nice,
Beach. Yes,
classic.
yes, I got a Ja Rule's first album. Yeah, probably his first two albums are my favorite albums. To keep it a buck with you, this, but this was when Murder Inc. was just like they were just fucking rah, like attacking niggas and shit. Like this is the
Yeah,
dirty. Down and Dirty Murder Inc. This
Mhm.
songs like Holla Holla, Let's Ride. You have songs like Suicide Freestyle and shit. You know, yeah, man. I mean, it was $4. It was a promo copy. I still got the album, even though it's annoying when
Yeah.
these DJs
Oh yeah,
say
definitely, definitely.
it'll be annoying like this
Damn.
is a promo copy. This is a promo.
Right.
Some of them do that shit. Some of them I'm just like, okay,
Yeah. The promo copies are cheap now and they're hard to find. So
yeah. Shout out to Carolina Soul. That's where half my shit comes from.
no doubt.
Yeah, that's what I call it the black vinyl store because they be having this rare soul records and albums like this.
Mhm.
World 336,
Oh yeah,
his best
dope
album.
album.
His best album. Fuck Pain is Love. Fuck all that shit. But I then we got this song is known for something like Between Me and You, Love Me, Hate Me, Fuck You Tomorrow, Ecstasy. I mean, this was a very, very his most balanced album when it came to the love songs and the raw hip hop track. Man, I got this one, Blood in My Eye.
Oh yes,
Yeah, this one,
underrated.
yeah, very underrated and shit.
Hmm.
This was around the time when he was going after 50 Cent. He pretty much made a whole. This was originally supposed to be a mixtape, but he made this in the whole album. I mean, I'm not going to act like this is a classic album or anything like that because there was still some shit. But he pretty much went at him like clap back. That was a pretty
Yeah.
good track and shit. Things gonna
Hmm.
change, niggas and bitches and shit. No, I'll take this over, motherfucking
Here you go.
R
Here
U
you go.
RULE and shit, and even the that Last Temptation bullshit.
Yeah, I know you didn't like that one.
Yeah. All right, the last ones. Got Janet Jackson's first album,
Oh Lord, how much was that?
$6.
$6. Wow. Well, you got to be a Janet fan to buy it because I don't want it.
Shit.
No.
Sampling purposes. No. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one right here. I mean, it was alright. Say You Do was cool. Forever Yours. Production was good. That's all I got to say.
The production was good.
Yeah, like if you like that
There
early
was
'80s,
nothing good about that album. There was no. No.
that early '80s happy-go-lucky kind of ordeal and shit.
Yeah. That's
Then we get
now that's a great album right there.
yes, Control.
Definitely.
But best a classic right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This was known for what have you done for me lately? You Can Be Mine, Pleasure Principle, Must Have in Your Collection. All right, the last albums I got Jermaine Jackson's My Name is Jermaine. I mean, this is only $1.
I don't know that one. What year was that?
1976.
Okay, so way before Dynamite and all that other shit.
Yeah. Look at
Mm.
look at this nigga, yo. I mean,
Young
again,
Jermaine. Before
sampling,
before the escrows and shit.
sampling purposes, it do got some okay songs though. But when I think Jermaine, I think
Them
of this.
joints. Was that the first album he did after he left Jackson 5 or no?
Nah, no, that wasn't the first one.
Okay.
Well, actually, I think one of the first ones, either first or second.
Okay.
Then we got Let's Get Serious, his best album in my opinion, believe it or not. Yeah, everyone knows that song. Let's Get Serious. Burning Hot was pretty good. Stevie Wonder did some of the production on this album too. So, yeah.
Right.
And I'm just gonna end this off right here. All right, thank y'all so much for watching this episode. This was very, 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 very fun review. Like I said, next Monday is going to be the Glitter review, not Sunday. I want to save that for that Killer Mike album. That Killer Mike album, man. I want to hear Tri's reaction.
Yeah, I gotta hear it now. Everybody's been talking about it today, so I'm like, yo, I gotta hear this Killer Mike album.
But you know what's an unpopular opinion? I'm gonna get a lot of flack. The joint with Andre and Future was my least favorite song on the album, believe it or not.
Oh wow.
But that does not mean it's a bad track. It just
Yeah.
I just felt Andre's verse was good though, but
They're overrating Andre's verse. You know.
yeah, man. But still, this I can't wait for that review. And then I want to talk about the Glitter album with the movie and shit too. Really can't wait to do that one.
You and Mike are gonna talk about the movie, and I'm gonna be sleeping. I'm gonna just here for the soundtrack because that movie put you to sleep. So that should tell you something.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Man.
High Learning is also this Saturday too.
Now that's a better movie.
Yes,
I'm in for that one.
the movie and the soundtrack.
Yes.
Also, too, this Wednesday we got Mona Lisa, 11/26/79 album. I never heard the album in full, so it's gonna be an authentic review. Then this Thursday, Cavase is gonna come over. We're gonna talk about Lost Boys with the Love, Peace, and Happiness album.
Yes. Are we doing something tomorrow? Oh no.
Not tomorrow, we good. Juneteenth, man. We
Tomorrow
off.
and so Monday, Tuesday, we good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we come back on Wednesday.
All right.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna send the schedule for the week after next too.
Okay.
Cause I got my schedule for the next 2 weeks.
Cool.
I'm real. Week after next, man. I'm real. What you got? Crazy reviews coming. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. All right.
Okay.
Hope everyone has a good night. Appreciate this tribe. Appreciate this Ashley as usual.
All right.
Hope everyone has a good night. Peace.
Peace.